From Television City in Hollywood, it's Card Sharks. Here's the host of Card Sharks, Bob Eubanks.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. How nice of you. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Card Sharks. This is the game where you can win a fortune. And we have such a good time on this show. And to make sure that our players get a real fair deal, I want you to meet our two lovely Card Shark dealers. And here they are.
Hi.
Lacey Pemberton, Susanna Williams, good morning.
Good morning.
Ready to play this game?
We're ready.
If you would, please, let's start dealing out the cards then. And Susanna will be dealing out the red cards to our returning champion, while Lacey will be dealing out the blue cards on the lower level to our challenger. We're picking it up from where we left off yesterday. And while they're dealing the cards, let's meet our Card Sharks. Here they come now. Hiya, ladies.
Hi.
First of all, this is our champion. And Julie, how much have you won so far?
$1,100.
$1,100.
Yay!
All right. In just a few minutes' time.
That's
One time
right.
at the big money cards. All right, tell us about Julie.
Well, I'm from Palos Verdes, and I'm a dance musical theater major at UC Irvine.
Now, what do you want to do with that?
What do I want to do? I want to be in Cats. I want to do musicals, you know,
All
musicals.
right, so you want to dance on Broadway and
That's
places
right,
like that? Good.
yeah.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, and this is the challenger. Hi, Jody.
Hi, Bob. My name's Jody Meltzer. I'm from San Diego, and presently I'm studying at UCLA. I'm an economics major. There will probably be something else tomorrow.
What will be tomorrow?
I have no idea.
Now, you're one daughter and 5 brothers?
Yeah.
Wasn't
the only
that
girl.
nice?
No.
Why? Weren't you spoiled?
No, I'd rather have some sisters.
No kidding. I mean, you had your own room. You did, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
See there? 5 guys in one room, and the girl gets one room. That's the neat part. All right, well, we're glad you're here. Now, I know you cut the cards backstage. As you know, the object of our game is to work your way across the board by predicting whether each card is going to be higher or lower than the one preceding it. And where we left off yesterday, Julie had won the first game. We were about ready to start game number 2. Remember, first contestant to win 2 games wins the match and goes on to play the big money cards. Everybody ready? Good luck to you. And here's our first high-low question of the day. It goes to our champion, Julie. Julie, we surveyed 100 bachelors, and we asked them. Every time I say bachelors, the lady smiles. Surveyed 100 bachelors, and we asked them, is there something in your refrigerator over a year old? How many bachelors admitted, yeah, there is?
Well, I can't say that I'm a bachelor, so hey, you know, I am. You can say, well, you can say I am, right? We can say I'm not. But anyway, to get on with it, I would say I've seen some interesting things in my refrigerator at home. I mean,
I bet you have.
and you know, I saw something green the other day. I don't know what that was. So I would assume that it's gonna be, but I think a year old. I think it's gonna be low though, because
Okay, how many out of 100?
I think it's gonna be 25.
25 out of 100 bachelors. So they've got something in the refrigerator that is over a year old. This is something, not someone, Jody.
Well,
Do you think the actual number will be higher or lower than that?
I have a boyfriend, and I know it's in his refrigerator. It's got to be higher.
He's got
Way
stuff.
higher.
Really?
Way
What does he
higher.
have in his refrigerator over a year old?
I don't want to talk about it. I cleaned it.
Yuck! I'd get rid of him quick. The actual number of bachelors who said something in their refrigerator is over a year old is 24. Not higher, just a little bit lower. You almost hit it right on the button. All right, Julie, you have control of the cards first. You won the high-low question. That means you can change this base card if you want to. And your base card is a queen.
Lower, Bob!
Gonna go lower than the queen? Sure. Here it is. It's a 7. Now you got a choice. Freeze and protect your position.
I gotta
All right.
freeze it.
Good idea. She's going to freeze right there. That way it keeps Jody away from her cards on this question. And if you win the next high-low question, then you'll be able to change that 7. That's the way it goes on Card Sharks, and we'll continue with game number 2 when we come back right after this. Welcome back to Card Sharks. We're glad you're with us today. We're ready to go with our next high-low question in game number 2 of this match between Julie and Jody. And Jody, I've got one for you this time. We surveyed 100 married women, and we asked them, when it comes to romance, who usually makes the first move? You or your husband? How many married women said that they make the first move?
Well, this is the modern world nowadays, and I think women are becoming more aggressive, possibly even more than men. So I'm going to say it's a pretty high number, not too high, about 62.
62 out of 100.
Yeah.
Married women say they make the first move.
Yeah.
Julie, higher or lower than 62?
Well, Bob, I think that it's going to be lower.
Think it should be lower than 62?
Lower.
I think you might be right. The actual number of married women who make the first move is 19. Yeah, considerably lower, Julie.
I want to change that card.
I don't blame you. I'd change that card. The 7 now becomes a deuce.
Higher,
How about
Bob,
that?
higher.
Higher than the deuce. Your card is a jack.
Lower, Bob.
Lower than the jack. It's a 6. Player freeze.
I'm going to freeze, Bob.
Gonna freeze there. Ah, I thought she'd go on. All right, she'll freeze at the 6. And once again, Jody still has not been able to play her cards because Julie is using the strategy. Let's see if it works. High-low question for you, Julie. Julie, we surveyed 100 New York City policemen, and we asked them, do you ever feel guilty about giving traffic tickets? How many policemen said sometimes they do feel guilty?
Bob, I think that's going to be a relatively really low number. I'm going to have to say 5.
5 out of 100, so they feel guilty. Well, Jody, higher or lower than 5?
It's going to be low, but I'm going to say maybe a couple more have a little bit of compassion,
Yeah.
a little
All right,
higher.
A little bit higher. I can't understand. If they felt guilty, they wouldn't give the ticket, would they? We'll see. The actual number of policemen who feel guilty about giving a traffic ticket is 33. Yeah, with higher. They only feel guilty when they give it to their mother, probably. Jody, you won the high-low question. Good luck. Here we go. There's your base, and you can change it.
Change that card.
Yes. Your 8 now becomes a 4. A little bit better. Higher than the 4, here's the card. It's a 10. Lower than the 10, it is now a... Oh, no. Not lower than the 10. That means you go back to your original base, and guess who gets a free shot at the cards? You got to play off the 6, Julie.
Go higher, Bob.
If it's higher, you remain our champion. You'll play the big money card. It is a 10, yeah! Julie is our champion. Ah, doggone. Jody, you didn't win any money. We do have some very nice prizes for you. You're a very pretty lady and a nice lady. Thanks for being with us on Card Sharks. We'll see you again. Come here, champ. Now, cheer up. It's going to be okay now. Stand right there on that little mark so we can see you just fine. And now you won 2 games, so you've added another $200 to your winnings. And now, as you know, we're going to play the big money cards. And here comes Lacey and Susanna now. They have a new deck of cards that you cut before we went on the air. The $200 you just won is yours to keep no matter what happens. But now we're going to give you new money to bet with. And here's how we do it. We start on the bottom line with $200. Now, what you have to do is bet your way across the board by calling high and low. When you get to the second line, we'll add another $400 of betting money, and you bet your way across that line. Remember, minimum bets are $50 except for the final top card where you must bet at least half of your dollars. And also, don't forget, you will have an opportunity to change 1 card on each line by selecting one of these spare cards that Lacey is dealing out right now. So good luck to you. Let's see you win some big money today. Give the lady $200, please. And remember, you can turn that $200 into $32,000 if the cards go right. Let's see if they go right. Here's your card. The card is a 6. Now, you've got $200. You can change it. You can play it.
I'm going to say $100 higher, Bob.
All right, you're going $100 higher than the 6. If another 6 comes up in the big money cards, it's a push. No win, no loss. Let's see if it's higher than the 6. It is higher than the 6. You got $300. Now, you want to play that one or change it?
I want to change that card.
Change the card. You can change 1 card each line. Which one do you want?
We'll take 2.
Number 2. Okay. The 8 now becomes an ace. Yeah.
Lower, Bob.
All of it lower than the ace. Your card is now a 7.
Yeah.
$600.
Bob, I'm going to go $100 higher, Bob.
$100 higher than the 7. It is a 6. No. That brings you to $500. The 6 now becomes your base. We give you another $400. You now have $900.
Bob,
Change it.
I'm going to change that card.
Let's get rid of the 6. Okay.
Give me the 3.
Number 3. Your 6 is now a deuce.
Higher, Bob. Higher.
How much you want to bet?
$900.
$900 higher than the deuce. Your card is an ace. You got $1,800. Lower, all of it lower. It is a 4. $3,600. Greed has set in.
to say, Bob.
Yes, Julie.
I cannot say it all. I'm sorry. Oh, I can't.
It's your money.
It's my money.
How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet?
I'm going to bet $1,800 higher, Bob.
$1,800 that it's higher than the 4. It's a queen. You're at $5,400 now. Julie, you've got to bet at least $2,700 on this one.
Bob!
How much?
I'm going to bet... All of it, Bob! Lower!
All of it lower?
All of it, Bob!
All or nothing at all. It'll be lower than the queen. Yeah! 10,800. We'll be right back. Well, you will be. I may not.
At Wizard101.com. Rated everyone 10 and up.
All right, champ, if you're ready, let's meet a new challenger. And here comes that lady right now. Oh. Don't run, okay?
Okay.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi.
What's the matter?
I lost my microphone.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay, you didn't lose the microphone. Just stand there and hang on to it. It's
Okay.
all right. Tell us about Tammy.
My name's Tammy Iverson, and I live in La Habra. I work at a dental office in Fullerton, and my husband and I are expecting our first in 9 weeks.
Well, won't that be in 9 weeks?
In 9 weeks?
All right. This is your first time. Good.
First time.
Okay, you cut the cards, I assume, before
Yes,
we came
I
out.
did.
And now Susanna's dealing out new cards from a brand new deck. So let's start this match between you and Julie. And let's go our first high-low question to our champion, Julie. Julie, we surveyed 100 bachelors. We asked them, would you date a woman who openly admitted she was looking for a husband? How many bachelors said, yeah, they'd date her anyway?
You know, Bob,
No, I don't.
I don't think this. I think it's going to be a very, very low number.
How many bachelors said they would date her anyway?
I'm going to say 17, Bob.
17 out of 100 said they'd date her anyway. Tammy, will the actual number be higher or lower than 17?
Well, I think it's going to be a little bit higher because I think if a man meets a really nice girl and she's wanting to get married, I'm sure in the back of their mind somewhere they'd like to get married someday too. So I'm going to say it's going to be a little bit higher.
Either that or they know they can leave anytime they
That's
want
right.
to anyway,
That's right.
All right, the actual number of bachelors who would date a woman who's looking for a husband is 78. Yeah, a lot higher. Well, Tammy, welcome to our show. You won the high-low question. You can change this card. Let's see if you want to. It's a 6. Play it or change it.
Change that
Change
card.
it, sure. Your 6 is now a 10. A little bit better.
I'm going to bet it's going to be lower.
Lower than the 10. The card is a 9. Play it or freeze.
Freeze.
She'll freeze right there. That keeps Julie away from her cards. And we'll go to our next high-low question for you, Tammy.
Okay.
Tammy, we surveyed 100 dentists. Then we asked them,
Hey.
you work in a dentist's office, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, we asked these dentists, have you ever accidentally given your own finger a shot of Novocaine? Well, it could be worse, you know that.
Well,
How many dentists admitted that they have?
Well, I work for a great dentist, and I'm sure he's probably maybe done it once, but I don't think they'd ever admit that they've done it. So I think it's going to be a low number because they don't want to lose anybody's confidence. So I'm going to say only maybe 10.
10?
10, maybe, yeah.
Only 10 dentists
Only
walk
10.
around with a dead finger, right?
Yes.
All right,
Bob,
Julie, higher
I'm
or
going to
lower?
have to say that's higher.
You would?
Yes.
Well, let's see. It's a fun question, isn't it? The actual number of dentists who have accidentally given their own finger a shot of Novocaine is 16. It was higher. Can you imagine? I think it's funny. All right, Julie, you won the question. Now, time to do some catching up. Here's your base card. It's a 3.
Higher, Bob!
Higher than the 3. It is now a 3. No, that sends you right back to there. And Tammy now gets a free shot at the cards. Tammy, you have to play off the 9 because you didn't win the high-low.
I'm going to say it's going to be lower.
Lower than the 9. Your card is an 8. Ooh. So, still, sit at the same position. Remember, win 2 games, you win the match and play the big money cards. And let's go again. Julie, for you this time. We surveyed 100 women, and we asked them, should the main responsibility for birth control lie with the woman? How many women said the responsibility should lie with the woman?
Bob.
Yes.
From my opinion, and
your
most
question.
women I have talked to, it is my question. I know that's going to be a low number. I know that's going to be low.
Out of
And then
100,
you're
how
asking
many?
me
How
how
many
many-
women said the responsibility should lie with the woman?
Oh, that's going to be definitely very, very high.
Oh.
That's going to say, no, very low, excuse me.
It's quite all right. It's your
I'm
question.
going to say it's going to be 10.
10, what? Oh, 10 women said that.
Yeah.
10 women say that the responsibility should lie with the woman. Is that
Yes.
what you're telling me? Tammy, will it be higher or lower than 10?
Well, I think it's going to be a little bit higher only because I think it's a 50-50 proposition, really. I mean, you're both doing it, but I think.
I wish I'd have said that.
From a woman's standpoint, if you get pregnant, it's the woman who's pregnant and has the burden on her. So I think she'd be more apt to take the precautions, but I do think it's going to be higher.
Then. All right. The actual number of women who said the main responsibility for birth control lies with the woman is 83. Wow! Isn't that amazing? Tammy, you froze on the 9, and by doing so, you now get a chance to change that card if you'd like.
Change that card.
Sure. The 9 now is an ace.
I'm going to bet it's lower.
Lower than the ace, your card is a queen.
I'm going to bet higher.
Did you say higher?
Lower.
Lower. All right. Lower than the queen, it is a king. Only 2
Higher,
cards could have beat you, yeah. All right. Julie, you get a chance to play off the 3 now.
Higher, Bob.
Higher than the 3, it is a deuce. No! The cards are just not rolling right now. So what we'll do is we'll pause for these commercial words. When we come back, maybe you'll have a little better luck. We'll be back with more Card Shark in just a moment. All right. We are in the middle of a game between our champion Julie and our challenger Tammy, and this is our 4th and final question in this game, which means it's sudden death time. Someone must win the game on this next play of the card, so control of the board is very important. The question goes to you, Tammy. Here it is. We surveyed 100 people, and we asked them, if you wanted to place an illegal bet on a horse, do you know a bookie you could call? How many people do know a bookie?
Well, personally, I don't know any bookies. My mom does. So I could probably call my mom and ask her.
You haven't met Gene Wood, then, have you?
But I don't think that many people maybe would know a bookie personally that they could call. They might know a friend who'd know a bookie. So I'm going to say it's going to be a low number. I'm going to say it's about 27.
27 out of 100 people say they actually do know a bookie. Julie, higher or lower than that?
I think it's going to be higher, Bob.
Think it'll be higher than 27?
Yes.
It's going to be interesting. I think on the East Coast, a lot of people know bookies there. Out here, we're so spread out, I'm not sure that we do. The actual number of people who know a bookie is 14. No, it wasn't higher. It was lower. All right, remember now, Tammy, this is sudden death, and here's the choices that you have. You can play it out, starting with the ace, play right across. If you goof, Julie wins the game. Or you can pass it on to her. She's got the 3. She must play it out. If she goofs, you win the game. You want to play or pass?
I'm going to pass it to Julie.
Pass it on to Julie. Higher, Julie. Here we go again. Higher than the 3, it's a jack. Lower than the jack it is. No! That means that Tammy wins the game. Doggone. All right. Congratulations, Tammy. You win game number 1. That's $100. Remember, win 2 games, you win the championship and go on and play the big money card. So, Julie, you've got to win this game, and let's do it now. Susanna's going to be dealing out new cards from the same deck, and we'll start game number 2 with this high-low question. For you, Julie. We surveyed 100 women, and we asked them, do you sleep in the nude? How many women said that they do sleep in the nude? Every man in the audience yelled 100.
I think it's going to be about 70, Bob.
70. 70 out of 100 women say they sleep in the nude. Tammy, what do you think about this one? Higher or lower than 70?
I think it's going to be a little bit lower. I think a lot of women might sleep in the nude, but it's going to be a little lower.
I'll bet it's a lot lower. I don't know, but I'll bet you it's a lot lower. The actual number of women who sleep in the nude is 48. It was lower. Yes. All right, Tam, here we go again. Here's your card. You won the high-low question, and your card is a deuce. Good card. Higher than the 2. It is now a jack. Lower than the jack. It is no. Queen. That puts you back to your original base card, and Julie now gets a free shot at the cards. Julie, you didn't win the question, so you can't change it, but there it is. Lower than the king. Yes, it is lower. Lower than the jack. Yes, it's a 9. Player freeze. All right. The lady will freeze right there at the 9. If she wins the next high-low question, she'll have a chance to change that 9. And before I ask that next high-low question, we will pause for these words, and we'll be right back.
70, call now.
Bye-bye, everybody.
The games we play for fun
Nothing is more exciting than this.
are the games we love the most.
Oh, dear, this is hard.
And whether we're dancing, dating, or dealing,
You have a 50-50 chance of walking out of here tonight a
we
millionaire.
always do it with feeling.
I don't watch this. That's a woman's job.
What did you say? What?
GSN.
I absolutely love it. Yes! We have 25.
For the love of the game.
GSN.